How's it going? It's your boy Mr. Omar Lewis back at you another video. Oh yeah, as you can see, I'm back on YouTube. I'm back on this channel, and I'm back to making some more content for you. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that like button at the end of this video if you do end up liking this video. All right, so for those of you who have been watching my channel for a while now, perhaps you're an introvert and you're a big fan of mine, then you may know that I was making a lot of videos, on my previous job, which I no longer work there. I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but I was making videos about personal development specifically for introverts. I had lots of fun doing that, but eventually I came to a point where I had to take a break because there was just so much going on with my life. I had to work, and I was working on other projects, and so I couldn't really, devote enough time to make videos here on this channel. And that was very unfortunate because I really enjoy making videos here. I enjoy teaching, I enjoy personal development, and I enjoy being able to deliver content for you guys that, can be very beneficial and very helpful for you guys. So I'm very excited to be able to finally be back. So this video is just going to be about me updating you. So what happened, as soon as I took a break from this channel and up to right now. So first of all, as you can see, not at work anymore, not at Kabartzi Jewelry. So pretty much the old background was my previous job, and that's pretty much what you've been watching up to this point. And so what happened with Kabartzi Jewelry? Well, things just didn't turn out well. I wasn't very comfortable working there. As you may know, I'm an introvert, and as introverts, we have a different way of operating, different way of working, and that environment at Kabartzi Jewelry was just not suited for somebody like me, an introvert. And because I work in a specific way, and if you've been watching my channel, you know that introverts work better in a specific environment, such as an environment with low stimulation, an environment that involves little to almost no communication whatsoever, in order for us to be able to focus, and zone into whatever our job is at that job. And so Kabartzi Jewelry was just not offering that for me. And, I really tried to make it work, but eventually, things just didn't work out right there. So me and Kabartzi Jewelry just had to split ways. So no longer Kabartzi Jewelry, and no longer will you be seeing that background in any of my feature videos anymore. So farewell, Kabartzi Jewelry. Now let's move on to the next update, Develop Your Mindset podcast. So as many of you guys may know, I was part of that podcast with my previous former boss, Varouche. And so we had a podcast going where we would talk about personal development and growth, and it was just a wide range of topics that involved personal development, except that he gave his perspective and I gave mine. However, I'm very glad that actually came to an end as well, because our points of view were very, very different. He was in a different point in his life. He is a much older man than I am, and he's just a different personality as well. He has a whole different way of approaching life as opposed to me. Like I've always told you guys in this channel, I'm an introvert, and as introverts, we approach personal development in a specific, particular way. And so, when we were in the podcast, it was a bit uncomfortable, I gotta be honest, because, our points of view were very different. And so, I really wanted to deliver content to my specific audience, and I could tell that he was trying to do the same, and eventually it just wasn't working out, because perhaps you were watching my podcast for me, and so you were very happy when you heard me talk, but then you heard him talk and you weren't as excited. You probably got bored or something along those lines. And same things, were happening with him. He was delivering content to his audience. His audience was very excited when he was talking, and then when I started to speak, they thought that I didn't know what I was talking about. They thought my content was just not the same, not at the higher quality, not as respectable, because I'm younger than he is. And so because of that and many other reasons, the podcast also came to an end. That was more of a decision on my part to not continue anymore. As soon as my deal with Kabartzi Jewelry ended, I decided it was time to part ways with the Develop Your Mindset podcast as well. So I'm no longer part of that podcast. I no longer know what's going to happen with that podcast. So if you've been watching this channel, I've always told you guys to go and check that podcast out and subscribe and everything, and in order to catch me on that podcast. But just know that if you're watching that podcast for me, I will no longer be there. So if you want to go over there and unsubscribe, not that I'm advocating that you do, but if you want to unsubscribe because I no longer will be there, you can feel free to do so, because I will no longer be part of that podcast, and I will no longer be involved with that podcast, not even behind the scenes, nothing whatsoever. I will have nothing to do with that. I will no longer provide any content for that podcast. All right, so I'm very excited. As you can see, we're in a whole new location. Will this be the permanent location? Absolutely not. I am at a hotel right now, and this is just a spot that I thought looked pretty cool. So I just decided to go ahead and start filming here, but this is not going to be the permanent location of my videos. Actually, my future and upcoming videos will have very different locations. You know, I might do a few of them outside, a few of them indoors, you know, wherever I find a chance to be able to, you know, make a video, I'll make the video. And most likely I'll try to keep these videos as short as possible, even though I do get very excited when I'm talking about, you know, personal development. I'm just talking in this channel. It's very, very, very enticing, very exciting. But yeah, I will try to minimize the amount of the time, you know, the time frame of these videos, so that, you know, it's much shorter, much condenser. You guys can watch these videos much quicker and consume the content real quick and be able to, you know, go out there and enjoy the content. Even though I know that most of my audience, you know, you guys are introverts, and as introverts, you know, you guys have a very long attention span. So I really don't mind making long form videos, and I think I will continue doing that, but I will make shorter, you know, more concise videos. I'll try to mix it up here and there, you know, for those who may not be able to have that long attention span, or you just aren't trained to have that right now. So, you know, you can, I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. But as you guys know, we're gonna go full out with introvert content, because we're introverts here. I'm an introvert. I'm sure that, you know, if you follow my channel here, you're an introvert as well, and so you enjoy introverted specific content, and that is what I'm gonna give you. So I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited to continue this channel, and that's pretty much what's happened. I've been working a lot on myself. I've been implementing a lot of things, and it's been very exciting. I can't wait to share all the things that I know. I can't wait to be able to, you know, provide more content for you guys. I will provide some links down below, so you guys can go in and check out some of the other stuff that I do. And you know, in case you're interested, even though those other things aren't necessarily personal development, but like, I'm like a foodie now, so you know, I get invited by restaurants to go and try their food, and I film videos for them, and then you guys can go and watch those videos. I'm very highly involved in the food industry. I'm very passionate about that, so there's gonna be links down below if you guys want to check those things out. There are certain resources that, you know, I will have to accommodate a little bit later, such as my books. You know, as you guys may know, some of you guys have been checking out my audiobooks here on this channel, which has been great. I'm really thankful to all of you guys who have been listening to my audiobooks. I've seen the growth of my audiobooks. You know, the number of views have been growing, and that's awesome. That's perfect. I love it. And so those are the audiobook versions. I will try to get the written versions up and running again like I had before. Unfortunately, I was using a software that belonged to Kabarti Jewelry at the time in order to host those books, but you know, I'm no longer with that company, so I had to take those down. But I will figure out a way to re-upload those. I will revamp them, so I will, you know, go over these books, make a few edits, make a few updates, add a few new things, and then we're gonna relaunch these books fresh and clean and, you know, introvert style for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and enjoy those books, you know, and get a lot of knowledge. And so anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.